Hi there. Next episode of the Tulsa Life podcast. And we have the stunning Starla Award here. And that is your name of your company, right?
Yeah, Stunning by Starla.
See, I went right into that one. It was perfect for you. So, okay, Stunning by Starla. Tell us what you do, Starla.
I am a full-time on-location makeup artist.
And who doesn't want that job?
I love it. It's so fun. I get to do all kinds of stuff.
So I met Starla because I've known Starla now for years. The first time that I met you is because we were introduced from a mutual friend, photographer, and I was getting headshots for the billboard.
Yeah.
And so she was like, you need to go get you got to go get your makeup done. And like all of this needs some help. So I said, okay, but I don't do makeup. Like I don't even know where to start. And she's like, go to Starla. And that's when you had your little booth there at the farm, right?
Yeah. I was in Black Sheep.
Yes.
I was there for 7 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So,
rented a space in there for 7 years. So yeah.
I feel like I can't see you.
Super fun.
I need to move like this better.
Okay.
Okay. So that wasn't what you started out doing though. Makeup was not your first job.
Right.
What did you do?
Let's see. I've had a lot of jobs.
But this is the one.
But I've had this one for 17 years.
That's great.
Before that, I sold music merch on music tours. Yeah, for like a year.
Were you like a roadie?
Yeah,
I
was a merch girl.
You were the merch girl?
I was a glorified merch girl. Yeah.
Wow, look how far you've come. That's pretty crazy.
And then before that, I was a dental assistant. So.
Okay, I can see that too.
Yeah.
But
6 years.
Now you've hit your stride.
Yeah.
Found your groove. Like this is what you love.
Yep.
And you're
2007.
So good at it. So 2007.
I love it. Enjoy it.
How did you go from, you just decided, I love makeup. I love putting makeup on people. I mean, how do you decide to be a makeup artist?
I used to go to the MAC counter in Dillard's and sit down and have them do my makeup because I love going to concerts all the time. And so I'd always want like eyeshadow to match my outfit because that was a thing like in like early 2000s, you know? And so I was like, these people look really cool and I want to do what they're doing. Like it looks like so much fun.
And the MAC girls are cool.
Yeah. Like I wanted to be a MAC girl. And then I ended up being a MAC girl because I just kept bothering the manager there and saying I wanted to work there. And then I finally got a job there.
Oh my gosh. So you got started.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I started it all.
And then
transitioned from that into just starting my own business. And I worked at a front desk at a med spa actually while I was in aesthetics school, building my business. So I was working there and doing weddings and just trying to get my foot in the door with the right people. And so it did take me like a year and a half, 2 years to build my business from the ground up just because I was in esthetician school. I was working at a front desk at a med spa to kind of get in the aesthetics world. And then I was promoting my makeup business while I was working there too.
Okay. So you had to get your dream off the ground, you had to like supplement doing other things, not just your business. You were like, okay, I'm going to be doing. So I think all of us who've ever started a business feel that deeply.
Yes.
Like, like, okay, I want to do this. I'm trying to do this, but I can't quite make the leap. I have people all the time in real estate coming in and going, I want to be full-time, but it's commission. And just like with you, I mean, you only make money when you work, like when you have a client that needs your services.
Right. And makeup is so random. Like some weeks you'll have 3 clients, other weeks you'll have 1.
Yeah.
You know?
And you probably have like times too, like where it's like prom season.
Yes.
Or, I don't know. What are the big times? I would think weddings and prom would be big ones.
It starts all around April and is just crazy until like the end of June. July, it's super hot in Oklahoma, so not a lot of people want to get married in July because they don't want to sweat their makeup off.
That's exactly right.
But I do have things that will make it stay on in July. So I still do weddings in July.
Wait, do you have makeup that allows it to stay on your face and not melt off?
Yes.
Oh, that's See, you're talking.
People
to
are scared.
Makeup to me is like a foreign language.
In Oklahoma weather, people are scared.
Yes.
That their makeup will melt off. It gets really hot in July.
I don't wear a lot of makeup because I'm like, I'll look like a clown at the end of the day. Like, you're just melted. Yep. So
you got to have the right setting spray.
I know. I definitely need. So let's talk. So this progressed. So you opened up your own business. You decided I'm doing this. It's what you love. It's what you're really good at. And this was 7 years ago.
This was...
No. How long ago?
Let's see. I started my website, my logo, all the things. I want to say 2012.
Okay. So 12 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. So you decided I'm going to do this. And then you kind of started getting the things together. So what do you think was like maybe the most impactful? And it's funny that you said website because I think that when I think of you, I always think about how amazing you are at social media. And
Thanks. It's
yeah,
taken me a while to get there.
okay, so let's talk about that progression because I do think that time and whatever the trends are totally. I feel like I got some on my arm there. Um, it's like it changes so quickly.
Right.
Like technology changes quickly.
2012, I think the only thing that was kind of going around was Facebook. I don't even think
Yeah,
Instagram was a thing in 2012.
I don't. I would say it probably
And honestly,
wasn't.
your portfolio was your website
Yes. So people were
and word
going
of
to.
mouth.
Yep. Okay. So you had a website. Was it called
Yes.
Stunning by Starla?
Yeah.
Okay. So Stunning by Starla website went up. It went
Yeah.
live. And that's where you have on your business cards.
Yeah.
And so funny to think now, like all the things, like now we have digital business cards. Now you can tap a phone and it's like, here's all my information.
Yeah.
But so you created the website, you are pointing people in that direction. You're trying to get the word out. What did you do for advertising?
For
Was it
advertising,
just
I
word of
had
mouth?
business cards, word of mouth, my website, and then just connecting with wedding vendors.
Oh, that's
Like
smart.
photographers. I had a few photographers in the very beginning that were starting out as well. So,
Kind of
because
partnering with
they were
them.
new and I was new, they were like, hey, let's get you some models. You do their makeup, I'll take the pictures, and then I'll promote my photography business and then also promote your
And
makeup business. So then you get stuff for your portfolio, but then it also promotes them as well. So it's just kind of like getting people together that all are starting businesses at the same time. And then it kind of helps you all at the same time.
I love
Teamwork.
that collaboration. Yeah.
Yeah, collabing, because I feel like collabing has been a huge thing for me to grow
Well,
my
that's how
business.
I met you because
Yeah.
Sheree Barnes was like, you need to call Starla.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing was, is after we, the first, that was my first billboards that went up in Tulsa and you did my makeup for that. And then I remember thinking, I came back after I'd taken the photos and Heather was in the office and she was like, oh my gosh, your makeup looks so good. And I was like, well, this girl did it. Her name's Starla Ward. And she was like, oh, I know Starla. And you had done her makeup. I don't even remember what it was for, but it's
Yeah, I
funny
think
because
I did it for family photos once,
that's what
and
it
then
was.
she ended up doing her headshots with
Yes.
me next.
And so then you start getting this word of mouth of people that have, already connected with you. And then it makes you feel good because like, oh, she knows what she's doing. She did mine, she did Heather's. And now you just recently you came over to Jen's house before
Mhm.
we call it our gala because we're not really sure if it's a gala or a gala, but it's our
Yeah, I
gala.
heard gala, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. We're not really
I
either.
just think you get a bunch of gals together and you go to the
And it's a gala.
gala. That's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So you did, I don't know how many of our makeup before that, which was really fun.
Yeah, so fun.
And then you've done my makeup again for billboard photography. And I feel like you've done I don't and I'm a hard candidate because I don't do a lot of makeup. Oh, I think you did it for our headshots at the house. You came to my
Yes.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we
I
did our
love those.
team.
Those turned out really
They
good.
were really good.
Yeah.
They were really, really good. So but it makes such a big difference. So let's talk a little bit too about like I think I love hearing the journey of how you started this, but you probably had to go out on a limb and you probably were like, okay, this is my dream. I'm going to figure this out and make it happen. So you got your website, you got all these things, and that was 12 years ago. And
Mhm.
now I think that in my opinion you're the most in demand makeup artist in Tulsa. So,
And it's weird when
and
people
she's
say
here
that.
on our
It's
podcast,
really weird.
guys.
When people say that, one of my friends who I worked with at Mac, actually, she's a makeup artist as well. She was like, you're like the number one makeup artist in Tulsa. And I'm like, it's a weird for you to say that, but okay, like maybe I guess. Like,
No,
but
I think you are.
it's weird though when people like approach me saying this stuff and you're just like, okay, this is like
You made it.
17 years of
Yes.
like hard work. You
Yes.
know? It's crazy. You think 17 years and you're like, oh my gosh, that's like half my life already of what
Right.
I've been doing. And I get to like do
It's
what
kind
I
of like
love. It's
I've
pretty
been married for
awesome.
over 20 years and I'm like, or right at 20 years, I'm like, how did that happen?
I know. I'm
Like,
about to have 10 years being married. So
look
yeah,
at us go.
I know.
Man,
Crazy.
we're like real grown-ups.
I know.
I love it. Okay, so you love it. Tell us a little bit about your social media though, because I do think that what you're doing, and then I'm going to talk about your instruction too, because you've taken this now. Like I think people I think it's really cool to identify. And one of the things that I love is connecting with other business owners and knowing how, like, the things that you've done translate directly over to other businesses. Because I think that no different than having to set it up, like, figure out how are you going to get the word out, marketing, attaining clients, and then
Mhm.
getting your business going up off the ground and then continuing that momentum just to make it bigger, bigger, bigger. So scaling it. And then
Right.
I also love that now I feel like I think you've harnessed social media probably better than most people that I know with their business. So how did you kind of decide that that was like where you needed to start focusing, and what techniques did you use, if any? Like, were you doing videos? Were you doing reels? Were you doing, like, what did you do?
Doing reels,
Okay.
probably. Just reels became like a thing. I was trying to just post more in general because I don't enjoy social media. I'll just be quite honest.
That's amazing because I would have thought you're
I
so good at it. I was like, oh, she's on social media all the
I
time.
I actually cringe thinking about making my videos before I do it.
No
It's so
way.
weird.
Well, you'd never know.
But I had to get used to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think when you get to do more like funny videos, then it becomes more fun
Yes.
and interactive because you're just like having fun with it. But being overly serious sometimes or like talking about stuff, I'm just like, I'd rather do a funny video at this point. And then I started going to Sephora and doing videos on like what products I like. And
Yes.
that just feels like I'm just talking to like my friends and I'm
So
telling them what
do you
products they
not feel
want. So I
funny, like, being
think
in Sephora and, like, videoing? Because I always feel like,
I
"Oh my
always go with a
gosh."
friend and they
Okay.
video me. So then I'm talking to them. So it doesn't feel as awkward.
Okay, that makes sense.
But sometimes there are a lot of people around and you kind of have to be like, okay, this is how bloggers do it.
That's
Like, I don't like
nothing to see here, folks. This
influencers,
is
I guess.
normal. That's right. I'm an
Yeah.
influencer. I'm an influencer. Don't
But
worry
I
about it.
definitely had to get out of my comfort zone a lot, just starting to do reels and stuff because I didn't start my business with social media. So it was like so hard for me to talk to my phone. Like the
Yes.
younger generation have been talking to their phones
Yeah.
more than they talk to
That's their
people.
best friend.
And that's so
Absolutely.
much different when you don't start your business talking to your phone and then you're used to just talking to a person like I'm talking to you now.
Right?
Like you actually see them face to face. You're not just like talking to your phone thinking, oh, people are actually watching me, but it's just weird
It
at
is.
first until you get used to it. So now that I'm used to it, it's a lot better. But I think just like doing shoots with people, connecting with the right people, photographers, videographers, um, I mean, different people in the music industry I've worked with, like a girl in The Voice. I've done her makeup for many things, which is super cool. I got to go to Nashville for a music video for
That's
that. Like
cool.
just, random stuff, but you just never know. It literally takes one person to tell someone else about you. And
That's right.
then it could be someone who wants you to like, go out of state and do something really cool or just, you never know. It only takes one person to give you like a huge, amazing
Break. Almost like a
opportunity,
break. Yeah.
And I really just feel like connecting with other people in all industries. Cause I
Yes.
mean, I do makeup for real estate, like you guys. And then I do makeup for like commercial shoots. It could be just something completely random. You get to do so many different things as a makeup artist. Some people choose to just do weddings, but I think it's really cool because you get to do more than just one type of makeup all the time, which makes it more fun and
Okay, so give us
easygoing.
some tips, because I do feel like, if you're on our podcast, you have to at least give us some little tips and tricks of what you've learned over the years. So anything that you would say, you can just take me. I'm a great
Okay.
candidate for this because
Okay.
I am terrible at any type of makeup or anything.
Okay.
My hair is always the same. I don't do anything different. I always look the same. So, like, if I was gonna say, is there something particularly important for a person, and it might be different for each person? Like, I always
Mhm.
heard that my sister got, oh, what's it called? The, like, tattooed eyeliner,
Mhm.
because she was like, that for me, like, I can't leave the house without eyeliner. I look like I'm dead or asleep.
Yeah.
So if I just want to get up and go, and then a lot of people love eyelashes.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, if it's not eyelashes, then mascara. And
Mhm.
so, like, don't leave the house without mascara. So any type of tips or tricks that you could offer that, for our listeners that go, hey, this is
Yeah.
something that you need, or even if it's beauty regimen, like something like, this is the one thing that you need.
Let's
I know I'm putting you
see.
on the spot.
There's so many things I could talk
Okay, well,
about.
tell us so many then. We have 5 minutes left, but tell us.
Okay. I say filling in your eyebrows is like a huge thing.
I don't do that.
Even if you just lightly fill them in, it's like framing your
Okay.
photo. Like
Okay.
the rest of your face is like your picture, and then you need a frame for it. So,
Okay. So when you say filling in your eyebrows, talk to me like
Yes.
I know nothing.
Yes.
Do you have to have an eyebrow pencil or is that eyeliner? I mean,
There's
I'm
even
so terrible.
there's
know
colored
nothing.
brow gel for people who don't do a lot with their brows. So you could just get colored brow gel and just brush it in,
Okay.
and it just gives them a little bit of color. So you're not filling it in like where it looks unnatural.
And you want it to be the color of your eyebrows.
Yes.
So like you're blonde, but your eyebrows are dark.
Yeah.
And so
Most blondes have darker eyebrows naturally,
Hmm.
but I just have really dark eyebrow hair, and I'm not naturally blonde. So,
well, I'm not naturally blonde either, so no.
but I always say if your hair is like black, you still want to do like a dark brown. You never want to
Okay.
do black eyebrows,
So
even if your hair is black.
dark brown.
So like a medium to dark brown, because you just want to warm them up. You don't want them to look harsh.
Okay.
So
That's a great tip.
yeah,
That I
just
would.
lightly warming them up, just
And
a
then
little bit.
if you were going to tell me where to go, would I go to Sephora? Is there a Sephora here in town?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sephora in Utica Square now,
Oh,
and a Sephora in Woodland Hills Mall.
well, look
So,
at
yeah.
that. See,
You
that
can go there and get some colored brow gel.
that really does tell you how much I do not know. Like
The new Sephora in Utica is super cool. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So go find a eyebrow gel for
Mhm.
okay from Sephora. Okay.
yeah,
And a dark brown.
yep,
Okay.
medium to dark brown.
Okay. And then when you fill them in, you just kind of fill it in like you just kind of like, like
Just brush
Brush
it
it
in, and
in?
it just kind of colors the hairs, and then
okay.
yeah,
And it's gonna frame my face.
yeah, it'll frame your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm really
frame your
excited
face.
about this.
Yeah,
Now I know what purchase I'm gonna do next.
yeah,
Yep. Okay. All right.
do it.
So anything else that you want to tell us before? Like tell us how to get a hold of you because I think that's something really important that our listeners need to know.
I have an inquiry form on my website.
Okay.
So if you go to stunningbystarla.com, but also Stunning by Starla on Instagram, all the platforms at Stunning by Starla.
Which is such a great name.
And then I also have an academy. It's called Starlight Academy.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get to that. That's what I wanted. Yes.
Yeah, just released that a year ago. And if you are like a new and upcoming makeup artist, it basically teaches you how to run your business from the ground up.
That is amazing.
So all the things that I had to learn that were really like difficult in the beginning, like you were talking about, like things you don't know that you need, like liability insurance or like the difference between a DBA and an LLC. Like I talk
Yes.
all about these things in my business course, along with makeup application, what you put in your kit, how you show up to different shoots, how to show up, who to connect with, how to grow your word of mouth clientele. All those things are in my course.
So I love, love, love that not only did you make it, did you figure it out, but now you're giving back to others and giving them away.
yes,
be
I
able
want
to
to
do the
help
same
other
thing.
makeup artists be successful.
That is
So,
awesome. I
yeah.
love that so much.
Yes.
Okay, I do feel like we should have like another follow-up podcast to this because I
Yeah.
think there's so much more to talk about. But I'm thrilled that you were on today.
Yes, thank you
And-
for having me.
oh,
It was awesome.
It was. It
I
was
love it.
fun. And I'm like, now I'm going to go to Sephora and get me an eyebrow pencil.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited about that too. So thank you for tuning in today. And again, Stunning by Starla is the name of her company. That's how you can find her online. It's how you can find her on social. And she's also got, is your Academy Institute, what is it? Is it also Stunning by Starla or is it called?
You can find it on my website, Stunning by Starla. Yep,
Perfect.
it's on
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, and we'll catch you next time.